supposed to be on a budget, but you feel the need to spend on irrelevant things. The more material things you own, the more they hold you down. Hello to monde, welcome back to another video, and today's video is going to be about what I spend in a week as a frugal 30-something-year-old living in Montreal alone. Living alone in Montreal, did I get that right? I think I did. Today's video is going to be about my weekly finances. As you guys know, I'm very frugal, but I have very rich girl energy. So I'm going to drink my water in a wine glass, and let's pretend I'm rich. This is rich girl energy, you know, putting out the vibes. I'm just trying to drink my water, and for this video I did not want to drink it out of the bottle, so I got a glass. I also just realized I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder instead of looking straight at the camera. I'm getting used to this camera. It's quite new, and we're going to talk about it because, oh my god, it cost me an arm and a leg that I hadn't planned for. Anyway, well, not an arm and a leg, but I didn't plan for this. So I'm a firm believer in living below or within my means. I'm not frugal by choice, by the way. I'm frugal because life put me here, and given the circumstances, I choose to forego certain things in order for me to have like a better future. So I'm planning for the lifestyle that I want for myself in the future. I want to be a digital nomad. There are all these things that I want for myself, and because of that, right now is not the time for me to go all out and do all these things and have no money. Like, I need to spend my money wisely. As you might know, for those that have been here a while, or if you're new here, by the way, welcome to my channel. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me, and it helps this community grow and helps my videos get found on the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much in advance. I'm one of those people that track my expenses every month. I had stopped for a while, and when I stopped, oh my god, everything got out of hand. I started having some mental health issues because I didn't have my life together. And at the beginning of every month, one of the things that I really love to do is track all my expenses. Now, I used to do it on a monthly basis, but I feel like if I do it on a weekly basis, I'm in a much better place, in a sense that I'm more present and I make wiser decisions for the next week. Because if I do it on a monthly basis, then I'm not present while this is all going on. Anyway, I track my expenses weekly using the 90-day Be Your Own Babe journal. You all know that. Shameless plug. I created this journal. It's a whole lifestyle journal. The link to it is in the description box down below. So what I do on a weekly basis is that if I spend on anything, I just track the expenses. I don't put so much thought to it. I just write it down. On November 1st, I spent $1,200 on rent. Is it a want or a need? And I write on the side if it's a want or a need. At the end of every month, I just look at how much things I spent on that are needs and wants, and then I know where I need to cut back in my budget if I need to cut back, or like, you know, stuff like that. And I'm always saving for stuff. You guys know I'm always saving for stuff. Right now I have to buy a couch. I have so many things I want to buy. We'll get into that later. For now, let me start by saying I do not have any memberships. Like I said, I'm very frugal. I track all my expenses. At the beginning of October, I looked back at August, September, June, July, at the previous months, and yo, I had been spending money in places like 19 bucks on some stuff that I don't even use. So tracking my spending and balancing my money weekly helps me know, like, it's one of those things that keep me mindful of, do I need this service? For example, Netflix. I don't pay for Netflix because I use my little sister's account. Oh my god, God bless her soul. I don't pay for Crave, which is another TV subscription, because I use my friends. It's one of those things, like, if there is a way I can cut back, I do it. Actually, a tip for you, if you have a group of friends and you want Netflix, what you could do is, what's a maximum account you can have on Netflix? Get you and your friends, or your sisters, brothers and sisters, just a group of people, and decide that every month someone is going to be paying that $10. So you'll be paying for the service but not paying the full price, which helps you save a little bit. And you might think, oh my god, $10 is not that much, but yo, $10 times 12 is $120, and you can imagine what that stuff can do for you. Okay, all that to say, I do not pay for any subscriptions. Next, let's go to my monthly recurring costs. So I live in Griffintown, Montreal, and you've seen my apartment. It's a studio apartment. It's 440 square feet, which costs me $1,200 every month. Keep in mind, this is Canadian dollars, so technically if we are to divide that in 4 weeks. It means on a weekly basis I pay about $300. My second recurring cost is the metro because I do not drive, I do not have a car, so I use the bus to go to work. The bus and the train. In Montreal, I don't know how it works in your city, we use the same card, so I pay for the card on a monthly basis, which is $90.50, and on a weekly basis that will be $22.63. The third recurring cost that I have is hydro, which this month I paid $45.16. All of these payments, by the way, were made on the 1st of November. So this month I paid $45.16 on hydro, but this is over a period of about 8 weeks, so technically for only this week I paid $5.65. Next is internet. For internet on a monthly basis I pay $57.49 if I'm not mistaken. I will just check that to confirm. Yes, internet I pay $57.49, and on a weekly basis that will be $14.37. Then I also pay for insurance. Now I do not pay for insurance on the 1st, they take it off on the 13th of every month, I believe. For that I pay about $33. If you calculate it into this week, it will be $8.25. So other things that I pay for at least once a month is hair, but as you guys know, I'm trying to grow my hair out, and if I don't grow it out, because man, if there's one thing I spend a lot of time on, it's my hair, and so I'm thinking of cutting it all off and just growing from scratch, because oh my god, this hairstyle, there are limits to it, let me just say. One thing people normally pay for that I don't pay for is my phone bill, because it's part of the packages that come with my work. It gets paid for by work. So yeah, that's it for my recurring monthly payments. When I add all those recurring monthly payments up in a week, I pay about $350.89, which is about 90 cents. $350.90, so $351 I might say, recurringly every week. I had never thought about it like that. When I think about it like that, I'm like, bruh, you have $300 every week to pay on rent, but look, I do it. And now for the actual weekly expenses, you guys, I broke my camera on Monday while I was recording the vlog. It was the worst feeling ever. As you guys know, I complained to you guys in the last vlog if you watched it. I just broke my camera while recording this. Oh my god, this is one of the saddest moments of my life. I'm on a budget and I have to buy a new camera now. It's just not getting on. That's where it stops. Oh my god, please God help me. It goes on. This was one of those unexpected things to happen. As you know, gadgets are not cheap, you guys. Gadgets are not cheap. So on Monday, I ended up having to buy this camera that I'm recording this video on, because my baby fell down and crashed. Oh my god, look at the lens. Do you see it? This is something, it's me that broke this. That I broke because I was trying to fix it. It was closing properly. Anyway, this camera plus the memory card, I think it's just the camera and the memory card. Yeah, the camera plus the memory card cost me $1,045.92. You guys, this money hurt. I know everything happens for a reason, but right now I'm wondering what made my, as in, I know it was an accident, it fell from the tripod, but like, I did not expect this today, and it's a major setback in my life. You guys, I'm on a very, very tight budget. I cannot even start to explain. I actually want to cry because I don't know what I'm going to do. Man, yo, my baby, like, I can't even clean up. I can't even continue this video because I'm feeling a little off. I'm not going to pretend like everything is okay, because it's not. So I'm going to do some research on how I can get a new camera. I'm going to take it into the camera shop and see if they can fix it. If they can't, I have to buy a new one, which, as you can tell, I have no words, so you understand what I mean. It hurts so bad. I'm like, oh my god, I did not plan for it. Yo, I don't even have a couch, man. I'm trying to be minimalistic, convincing myself in my mind that's stuff for lazy people. You do not, well, it's true, because yo, I'm very lazy. I'm one of those people that would sit down and, like, on a day like this where I have to work from home and edit in bed, if I have a couch here, it's adding to my laziness, yet it costs me money. That's how I think about it. But I held on to buying a couch. I held on to buying a projector, which I've really wanted. So many things that I want to get for my small space, but I have to hold on for now. But when my camera broke, yo, I walked into the store. First, I went to a place to see if they could fix it, and they couldn't fix it. And then I went and bought a new one. And when I went, there were cheaper options, but of course I went for the little bit more expensive option, but nicer quality. So I'm looking at this as an investment now. Where did all this money come from since I'm frugal? If you've watched my budgeting videos, you know that at the beginning of every month, I spend every little bit of income that I have coming in, that there is no money on the side for random things. So I want to give you some tips on what I'm doing right now in my frugal lifestyle to just make sure that I have everything together. One thing that I always do, you have noticed that I have a savings account, which is my rainy day fund, which is where the money for this camera came from. It's like my brand and my business, Madame Bay, is taking a loan from me, Sheila, to pay for this camera, and my business will pay back for the camera slowly. So I'm not thinking about it as, oh my god, I spent all this money. It's like me investing in my business. So as much as it hurt, I like to look at the positive side of it. Another thing that I always do is every month I give myself some pocket money, and like I said, I'm very frugal and I want to save even on that pocket money, even if I have savings on the side. So what I like to do and what I'm doing currently is I learned about this thing called Koho. I actually Have you ever looked for something and every day you see it, but now that you really want to use it, you can't find it? Oh, here. This is the card. Koho is an online bank. They don't have like a physical bank. It's not like one of those banks you can walk into. It's just an online bank, and they send you a card. It's totally free. You don't pay monthly fees, nothing. So with Koho, actually, if you guys want a link to this, I don't know if it works out of Canada, but if you're in Canada and you're watching this, you could use this for yourself. What I did is that I have my normal bank account. My normal bank account is where all my money comes, and when all my money comes in, I distribute it to my other accounts, which is my savings account, and sometimes it's my business account, because I also owe my business account some money. When I went to Alberta on vacation, I borrowed some money from my business, so I need to pay back Madame Bay, and I also need to pay myself an allowance basically. So on that allowance, I send my allowance to my Koho account. The good thing about Koho is that there is power ups, which means every month you make money. It's not that much, depending on how much it is you spend, they give you money. And I also have this thing where it's like a savings kind of system, whereby for every money I spend, just round it off to 1 or 2, and that round off goes to a savings account. On top of that, what I like about Koho, with the roundups, for example, this month it's what's today? Today is the 10th. Oh my god, it's been 2 months since I lost my dad today. Oh wow, time does fly by so fast, and damn, that is crazy. It's insane. Anyway, so this is something I like to do every month. It helps you save in such a way that I use this app with the money that I'm making, with my allowance that I give myself on a monthly basis. I break it down further and save from that money too. Like I said, I'm frugal and I'm a saver. I'm saving for the future. I'm not frugal by choice. I do it because I have to. So now I need to buy a projector. I need to pay for this thing, which costs this much. I need to pay for a couch. I need to remove my IUD. So what I did was put in the amount of the things that I need to save for, instead of using the money in my savings account. Because for example, when my camera broke, imagine all this money was in my savings account here. That wouldn't be, it wouldn't be cool. I would have gone back to zero. But now I have savings, number one, in my rainy day fund, and I also still have the money saving for individual things slowly. So this is what I normally do on a weekly basis. I said, like, can you just take $5 or $10 every week for my account and just put it aside to like projector or couch or whatever it is that I need. So then I know that I'm building up money slowly by slowly to pay for these things. And at the end of the month, if I have extra money in my spendings, I just distribute it in this. And then at the beginning of every month, we start all over afresh. And that is how I personally do my stuff. I feel like I've gone on a rant. After the camera, the next thing I spent on, I went on a rant because I feel like I've talked a lot about this camera and expense thing. Anyway, the next thing I spent money on was bathroom soap thing. So again, like you saw in the previous vlog, I bought a thing to hold my soap in the bathroom, which is a necessity for me. I was tired of bending down to pick it up and all that. It cost me $17.24. Then I did not spend anything. Again, like I told you, the only things, actually every week, the only thing I could spend money on is food, because these two expenses that I had on Monday were not even that big. A camera and the bathroom thing, these are not things that I'm out there buying very often. They're necessities, and I got them. The next time I spent money was on Friday night. Your girl was struggling. It's Friday night and the little voice in my head is telling me to go get a drink, but you know what? I'm so glad I did my budgeting at the beginning of the week, because right now I've kind of talked myself out of this. So I don't know if you guys remember that vlog where I was talking to my friend, and she's my accountability partner. Basically every time I feel like I'm going to spend on irrelevant stuff, I tell her, and she does the same. So yesterday she was telling me a situation that she was going through, and then I told her at the beginning of this week I was feeling the same exact way after buying this camera that I'm currently using to record. It was out of my budget, like I already told you, and after buying it I was like, oh my god, maybe I should go buy this, buy that. You know, like you're supposed to be on a budget but you feel the need to spend on irrelevant things. Anyway, it's life. Speaking of spending on irrelevant things, I feel like I only have, by the way, this one hoodie. I need to invest in some loungewear because I wear hoodies a lot and I have only one, and every time I'm editing videos I'm always like, yo, I know like I'm one of those people that are always on a budget and are what do they call me? Shit, the word is gone. I did go ahead and buy the wine, which was not a smart idea at all. And then on the 6th, I spent $21.90 on skip the dishes. I bought food from McDonald's. Yo, that food wasn't even, it didn't do it for me. But you know what? Bad choices. I ended up getting a bottle on Friday night, which I drank throughout the weekend. And one of the reasons why I don't like buying drinks, not only are they damaging to my bank account, they're damaging to my health and damaging just generally, because you might think of it as one single thing, but there are so many things that come with buying drinks, and that is why I don't like to buy drinks. However, my friend was coming over on Friday night, and they asked for wine, so I bought a bottle of wine. Anyway, I was hungover on Saturday, and guess what I did? Bought more things because I did not want to cook. Ended up buying McDonald's. Yo, I have not eaten out since I moved into this apartment, but guess what? I spent about 45 bucks on this in one day, which is not helpful to me. It's not elevating me, it's not growing me. Actually felt gross. I was not productive on Saturday just because of all this. So that is one of the reasons I don't like to buy these things, because they do that to you. I'm not saying that you should not have a drink if you want one every once in a while. I'm not even one of those heavy drinkers, because I had a glass of wine and passed out. But it's nice to be mindful. Let's put this away. I do not normally eat out. Actually, I feel like ever since I moved into this place, I have not ordered out. Yesterday was the first time. Oh my god, I broke my eating out virginity in this house to shit food. Anyway, so that's how much I spent in a week. I didn't even have to buy food this week because I had bought a lot of food previously, and I'm one of those lucky people that have some privileges where I get food brought to me without me having to buy the food. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah, so in total this week I spent $1,458 and 33 cents, which I feel like, oh my god, my mind is like blown. How can I spend that much money? But if you take off the camera that costs like so much, I spent $412 and 41 cents, which also seems so much, but then if you take off my recurring costs, which are $3.50, it comes up to $61.51, which is not bad. It means that I'm within my budget, and my budget mostly consists of buying food every week, because I don't buy other things on the side. Really, I don't buy other things. Like I said, I want a couch, I want little decoration stuff. Okay, I do, but let me not lie, I do buy such things, but I make it as minimal as possible, because the more things you have, the more life is holding you down. I don't know if that makes sense. Like life holds you down because of these things hold you down. The more material things you own, the more they hold you down. Imagine you have to move. I think about it now, yo, the whole of last year, if you've been here a while, you saw me moving from one house to the other, Airbnb to Airbnb, nice Airbnb. It was so easy to move. You know why? Because I had 2.5 suitcases, but moving here was very difficult because I've accumulated so many things. On top of all that stuff, I bought this table, I bought this chair, I bought a bed, I bought a mirror. I'm like, oh my god, so if I want to move, I have all this shit holding me back. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and if you did, of course, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, because it really supports my channel. Also, if you want to get the 90-day Be Your Own Babe journal, I'm going to leave a link to it in the description box down below. Feel free to check it out. As always, do not forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process, and spread the love. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.